What is cracking? Mic check 1 2. Coming live from Seattle. Don't know if you can hear me. Don't know if you can see me. But if you're out there, what is going on to all the SDS? Hopefully, I'm by myself right now. I see Boomer Rats in here. Hopefully, we'll get some other people chiming in. But while we wait for the people to trickle in, it's 10 o'clock over here. But I'm gonna go live on Instagram too. We'll be right back right after this. Drop an SDS in the chat for the late night gang hype. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to see it. What's good, JD? Oh, you see that hair, baby? We're letting it bang out because why not? We're in Seattle, and you know the vibes. Long hair don't care. Um, Big matchup tomorrow night. Late night gang stream. LNG 49ers handshake emojis. We got Instagram. We've got YouTube and Facebook all clocking in. What's good, everybody? We didn't go live today, but hey, you see it, Colin. Woo! We got to let the flow go because we need all the juice that we can get heading into this big primetime matchup against the Seattle Seahawks. Oh boy, we are in enemy territory. Let me say this: this is my first away game, so I'm very excited that it is a Seattle game because let's face it, this matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks for the last what feels like decade has been spicy. And the 49ers have kind of been on the wrong side of that as of late. Man, JD, you're in California when I'm in Seattle. What the hell, man? But I'm very excited that this is going to be my first away game to experience. I'm used to calling it Century Link. It's called Lumens Field now. Something I don't know. I like Century Link better, but really looking forward to this matchup. I'm looking forward to the atmosphere to see if these Seattle fans really bring it. I'll say this though, 49er fans are everywhere. So far, we've been out and about all around Seattle today. We got in probably around 12, so about noon. 49er fans are everywhere so far. I see them walking. I mean, we've driven out of the main part of the city. There's 49er fans on the outskirts. We see them everywhere. So the continued wave of red follows the San Francisco 49ers everywhere it goes, and it's clearly followed them to Century Link. And of course, what better time to go to your first away game than a game for the NFC West Championship? The 49ers have an opportunity to one, just clinch the West, take it, own it, sweep the Rams, check, sweep the Seattle Seahawks, pending, and then hopefully eventually sweep the Cardinals. I will say this. I don't like the Cardinals, don't like them at all, but I do have to just I don't know if sending my condolences is the right word, but what happened to Kyler Murray is absolutely terrible. We have fun making fun of Kyler every now and again, but never like to see a player go down. Don't care, no matter how much we may perceive not to like him, or he may be in a division rival or whatever. Never want to see players go down like that. So feel terrible for Kyler, especially the timing of it at the end of the year and how that's going to translate to next year. Um, feel terrible for Kyler and the way everything's going down. So just wanted to get that off. But overall, excited for this matchup against the Geno Smith led Seahawks. It's crazy. Who would have thought that the end of last year, the San Francisco 49ers would be going into Seattle, led by Brock Purdy, squaring off against Geno Smith for an opportunity to win the West. It's been a crazy year. Someone said, is Brock playing? I haven't heard official word. Again, I'm waiting for Adam Schefter to report something. So obviously Brock Purdy is officially questionable for this game. My gut feeling, and you let me know your gut feeling in the chat, but my gut feeling is Brock Purdy's going to play. He practiced this week in a limited fashion. So I do anticipate Brock Purdy's going to play. Let's face it. Brock Purdy got that dog in him. He's not going to if he has an opportunity to play, he's out there, he's practicing in limited fashion. The guy's playing. That's my take. Don't hold me to it. Don't get mad at me when I post the updates tomorrow if it goes the other way. I'm just saying this is my gut feeling about it. So I really do think Brock Purdy is going to play. We have 2 weeks in a row of Brock Purdy playing lights out. I don't even know how to describe it. Shout out to Larry Kruger. Larry Kruger did an interview with Brock Purdy, I think in the locker room. And he asked a great question about who Brock Purdy watches, maybe emulates, some quarterbacks that he might, see some similarities in his game. And Brock Purdy said Drew Brees. And my mind was like, yep, size, stature, the ability to throw the football, the ability to throw off different types of platforms, arm angles, creating space, creating passing lanes. I'm like, yep, okay, I see that. Drew Brees, yeah, I see it. The next one that he said was Russell Wilson. When he said Russell Wilson, I was like, holy crap. Like, yes. So now I listened to that interview and I went back and I watched the tape. Only thing I see is a mashup of Russell Wilson and Drew Brees running around, making plays. And when you think, like, if we take a giant step backwards, like if we go all the way back to 2021, let's say March, and we are all scouting quarterbacks. We're looking at Justin Fields. We're looking at Trey Lance. We're looking at Mayo Mack. We're looking at Zach Wilson. And we're trying to determine which quarterback would fit Kyle Shanahan's scheme the best. I really liked Justin Fields, because I saw that kind of Russell Wilson type of escapability, extending plays, making plays out of structure, ability to be a threat with the legs, and also has a big arm. So that's kind of where, like, obviously I like Trey Lance as well too, and wasn't so high on Mac Jones, just because Mac Jones feels very rigid and, doesn't let me say this about Mac Jones. Mac Jones has an ability to move within the pocket, but he's not elusive, if that makes sense. Brock Purdy has this elusive nature to his game. He has this ability to create. He has this ability to move. He has this cerebral processing ability to identify and make adjustments on the fly. He can throw the football. He's got a beautiful spin on the ball. I don't know, man. Like again, I'm trying not to get too excited, trying to stay as even and like level as I can about Brock Purdy and not trying to like blow it out of proportion. But I really like what I see out of Brock Purdy, man. Like 2 weeks in a row, it's the cerebral ability, it's his physical traits, it's that dog that you either have or you don't have. Um, Yeah, he's not the tallest guy. He's not the biggest guy. That's been his biggest knock is his measurables, like how tall is he? How like just his size. But if you take away those issues, he's a looks like an elite processor. He looks like he has elite pocket awareness, spatial awareness, um, knows how to find and or create passing lanes. I just I don't know, man. He looks great. So, it's gonna be fantastic to see if he's gonna be able to play tomorrow. I really hope he can because I think if he does, the San Francisco 49ers are gonna continue to keep rolling and have a really good shot at, winning this game. My guy Jay Homie says minus that first snap. You know what I love about that first snap? Because it's not going to be perfect, and especially with rookies, right? It's his first career start. Dude's getting his first career start against Tom Brady. Everyone's making all the hype, the noise, families in attendance, the pressure, the lights, everything's on this kid after he had a really good performance against the Dolphins. And he calls an audible. He's in the wrong audible and gets smoked. Absolutely obliterated. Then, very next play, the timing or whatever the route concept may have been between Debo and Purdy, it was off. He missed it. But what was the third play? The third play, so they got the first down. So it was 1st and 10. He missed Debo. So he gets smoked. Then he misses Debo. And in my head, I'm watching this and I'm like, oh boy, not the start that we wanted. Because the thing that we were trying to evaluate with rookies, especially, how do they respond? What does the response look like? How do they stack? Because we're trying to build a case study here. We're trying to build up reps and be able to compare and contrast them to each other to be like, okay, he messed up here, but he learned from that mistake and corrected it over here. And then he's being consistently good from that point on. Well, the first two plays, not ideal. Third play, I think, was a play action boot to Kittle. And then from that point on, he was lights out. So I actually loved that the first play was not good. I love that the first play he got obliterated, absolutely chin checked. It was a hard hit. I had a perfect view of it from Levi's Stadium too. And the takeaway from that is, yeah, he made a mistake. He made a mental error, got himself killed, but he regrouped, regathered, and kept attacking and kept dealing. And just, we saw the day that he had. So, those are positives, in my opinion. The game of football is imperfect. Mistakes are going to happen. There's going to be issues. So, the fact that he was able to stand tall, take it on the chin, and just move forward. Uh, Very positive sign. Again, it's not going to be perfect. It's how you respond to the imperfection. So I'm liking what I see so far to Brock. And the offensive line, shout out the offensive line. I was a little, I the last two games, New Orleans and the Dolphins game, I wanted to see more out of the 49ers offensive line in regards to the run game. It just feels like it's not one individual person the last 2 weeks prior to the Bucks game. It hasn't been one guy, but uh, it just was like this constant inconsistency with kind of the run blocking game. It's hard to put your finger on like building a trend. Is just like one thing was off on almost every play, and they really cleaned it up and played really well. And Christian McCaffrey wins FedEx Ground Player of the game or of the week as a result in the NFL. So tip my cap to the O line. O line did well. Tip my cap to Mike McGlinchey. Might have been Mike McGlinchey's best game of the year. He played really well, really clean, felt really focused, felt he looked healthy, like he looked sharp. Really liked what I saw out of Big Mike. Brendel looked good as well. Brendel had a couple key blocks. Trent Williams always doing Trent Williams things. Um, Aaron Banks looked good. The kind of rotation of Brunskill and Burford looked good. Brunskill continues to play really well, even though he's kind of rotating in, and same with Burford. Burford has a lot of upside. Um, so if you can take those things and you can take that into next week or not next tomorrow, I think the 49ers have an opportunity to kind of pick up the run game where they left off against the Bucks. Um, Obviously, we want to see the big splash plays from Brock Purdy. But again, if this team is firing on all cylinders in regards to the run game heading into the playoffs, this is going to be the most difficult team to face. That defense, the number one ranked defense in the NFL right now, best defense. Please don't argue with me. It is the best defense, especially with the way guys like Dre Greenlaw are playing right now. Dre Greenlaw deserves a lot of credit for the way he's been playing. He has been a absolute menace on the defensive side of the football. Um, so if the 49ers can continue to they're still not perfect, and of course they're on the third string quarterback and things like that, but they have an opportunity in front of them to be able to keep compounding weeks and being successful down the stretch. So I finally decided what jersey I'm going to wear. I've talked about this all week because I don't wear jerseys to games. Um, I treat games like a work day for me. Like I'm locked in, I'm working. I'm of course a fan of the San Francisco 49ers, but when I go to Levi's, I'm working. But I'm still going to this stadium to work, but I got to rep. I got to rep. So I brought my Trent Williams jersey. So I'm rocking Big Trent uh, in Seattle in enemy territory. I'm wearing as much red as I can. Um, uh, I'm not going incognito like I typically do to home games. So because we're away, uh, I'm wearing the '94 throwback Trent Williams, and you already know we're looking for pancakes, baby. We're looking to stack some cakes out there on that field. So I'm looking forward to it. That's a jersey I'm rocking with. Again, uh, typically don't wear jerseys, but I'm enemy territory. So nope. That was the one time. I'm glad you made that one. I'm not gonna share that with IG. If IG wasn't there for it, they missed out on it. Oh, that was a good comment. How am I liking the Seattle weather? It's cold out here. It's chilly. It's uh it's definitely chilly out here. But I'm ready for it. December football. I'm excited for this game. Really, really am. Uh Bro, I got a question. When you go to a home game, if it were to rain, do they give you ponchos? No, they don't give you ponchos. You got to buy them. I think they're $5. I made it without a poncho last week, but yeah, they don't get they don't give them to you. I'm down. Let's do this. We didn't do our prediction. We normally have prediction Fridays, but because it's a Thursday game, this I guess could be our prediction show. Um, let's do score predictions for this game tomorrow. I'm interested to see how you guys have this game shaken out. Obviously, Brock Purdy's questionable heading into this game. Is it going to be a high scoring game? Is it going to be a close game? What kind of game are we getting here? How confident are you? Drop your score predictions in the chat. I want to see it. Instagram says I see 21-10, 24-10, 37-10. Wow, 3-10, 28-10. First four scores only had the Seahawks scoring 10 points. That's impressive. I'm not sure I've seen that before. 28-17, 13-3, 27-14. Let's look over here on YouTube and Facebook. I got 24-13, 28-7, 30-13, 24-10, 34-17, 28-13, 24-10, 24-6, 24-17. I'm seeing the trends starting to build here. I'm seeing the trends here. Yep. The trends are continuing. So the trend is kind of looking like a 10 score. Obviously, the 49ers winning, but I'm seeing like a 10-point cushion. No, we got 33-27. I mean, some are calling it close. Some are calling blowouts. 31-10, 45-10 blowout, 27-3 blowout. I don't know. I don't know if I know the 49ers blew out the Cardinals, the Seahawks week 2, but the Seattle Seahawks got beat by the Panthers at home this last Sunday. Their playoff hopes and dreams and aspirations are on the line. They're going to show up for this game. I do not believe in my heart that the Seattle Seahawks are going to lay down. I think their backs are against the wall and they understand what it is. Not only do they want to spoil the San Francisco 49ers winning first and clinching first, but they have an opportunity to play spoiler. They have an opportunity to get their seating together and try to push for their playoffs. So this is a playoff game for, I want to say, both teams. You know, December football is built different. We already knew that. Divisional games are built different. We knew that. But both teams fighting. Obviously, 49ers want to clinch, and the Seahawks are fighting for their lives to stay afloat. So it's going to be nuts. Let me look at a couple more scores here. I see 38-17, 28-3, 35-0. Sheesh. 21-17, 27-21, 30-17. Throwback says 24-17. Jesus says 30-13. Harry Potter says, I feel it's going to be close, 24-21. Oh, the Socks and Sandals podcast calling 26-23 Hawks. We need it. Can't be all Niners. We need someone to call the Hawks to win. 31-17 Niners. Memphis, Maine says 28-10. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Niner Girl says this is pretty much like a playoff game. Oh, you best believe it's like a playoff game. You best believe it. Whew, that's why I had to come to this game. There's too much on the line. Even with Brock Purdy, potentially Josh Johnson, which I don't think it will be the case, but 41-3, 28-7. What's good, Ego? Appreciate the super chat. He says, I can't sleep tonight. How the hell am I going to sleep? That's a good question, man. I don't know how I'm going to sleep either. I got to charge my phone before my phone dies. Are y'all sleeping tonight? Are y'all just watching Brock Purdy highlights? I might be up all night watching Brock Purdy highlights. You know, just to being a good old degenerate 49er fan. You know the vibes. We're all in the same boat together. That's why we're the late night gang stream. We got 150 people over here on Facebook, YouTube. We've got about 70 legends on IG. We're all degenerates. We love this team so damn much. Late night gang. You know the vibes. Doesn't matter what time it is. I'm really hoping the late night gang stream tomorrow night is going to be pretty lit too, because we're going to be talking about San Francisco 49ers division champs. Woo! Need it. Gotta have it. Got to have it. I can't wait. Someone asked how the food was. The food is fire. I will give Seattle all the credit in the world. This is clearly a town built for a fat man and a man with a ginger beard and long red hair, because the food is fantastic. We had a phenomenal burger when we got into town. I forget the name of the place that we ate at, but it was a brewery, kind of down here by the wharf. Fire burger. Me and my son, we just go. He's like, I'm like, what do you want to eat? He's like, I want chicken and waffles. I'm like, damn, that sounds fire. I was like, what time is it? It's like 8:30. I'm like, damn, are we gonna be able to find chicken and waffles at like 8 o'clock, like in Seattle? Well, thankfully, I'm a master of Yelp, and I'm so good at using Yelp to my advantage. We found a fire chicken and waffles place, like so random. Like, and it wasn't even a chicken and waffles place, it was like a bar, and the main dish that they serve was like chicken and waffles, but it was exquisite. Probably the best chicken and waffles that I've had, maybe ever. It was so good. So shout out Seattle. The food's good here, man. The food's good. The streets are running red with 49ers fans. So I'm expecting a good turnout tomorrow, for sure. So I'm really looking forward to that. If Purdy gets cleared to play, how do you think he's going to be in Seattle stadium atmosphere? So this is the thing that we keep coming back to about Brock Purdy, is he is he doesn't look like a rookie to me. 2 weeks in a row, one being thrown into the fire, the second, tons of pressure. Tons of pressure heading into that game doesn't seem to phase him. I will say this about Brock: 4 year starter, played in the Big 12. I would imagine that he's played in college stadiums that have more fans in attendance than pro games. Not only that, it's a college atmosphere. And in those away game situations, you could probably make the argument they could be just as loud or louder. So I don't think, again, this is going to be something that is going to catch him off guard. I think he's uniquely f- outfitted to be able to manage this type of atmosphere, because when you play 4 years in college as a starter in the Big 12, you're going to play on the road in big games, raucous stadiums. Um, he's been there. So I think it's par for the course. Uh, DK Metcalf, GOAT, says Brock Purdy finna fold under Seattle's crowd. Just tell DK that Jimmy Ward's coming. Just let him know that. Just whisper into his ear. Just be like, Jimmy Ward's coming, my boy. Jimmy Ward's been waiting to square you up. Jimmy Ward didn't get to play against Seattle week 2. You guys remember that? Jimmy Ward didn't get to play against DK Metcalf week 2. So Jimmy Ward has some unfinished business to take care of, DK. So you better ice up, son. Jimmy Ward's looking to punch you in the mouth. And I hope you're ready for it. I mean, you're a big man. You're a very strong man. You're fast. You're large. But that's not going to stop Jimmy. That's not going to stop Jimmy Ward from punching you in the face. So be ready. I saw one clip from I was watching some of the defensive tape on the flight over, and Jimmy Ward went one-on-one with Leonard Fournette in the hole. Guess who won? One-on-one. Jimmy Ward, Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette is huge. Leonard Fournette's like a linebacker playing running back. Guess who won? It was Jimmy Ward. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, it was Jimmy Ward. Low man wins. Hey, low man wins. He got him. He got him good, too. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to knock that head, boy. But let's be real. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. I don't know if we haven't talked about Kenneth Walker. So I have an admission for all you Niner faithful. I love Kenneth Walker. I'm saddened that he was drafted by the Seattle Seahawks. Abe Lucas, their rookie right tackle, he's up there with like all-time draft crushes. Like he's the guy where I went to the combine. So I was in Indianapolis this year for the combine. It's my first opportunity to scout players live from the combine. And one of the guys that I came away I fell in love with during warmups, Abe Lucas, starting right tackle for the Seattle Seahawks. Fell in love with them. just demeanor. I was like, who is this guy? Went up, ran 2 5 flat 40s. I was like, oh, I went into the tape. I was like, oh, the tape matches. I love Abe Lucas. One of my favorite prospects ever, just based on the story arc to it. So the Seattle Seahawks aren't slouches. You might you could say the Seattle Seahawks had the best draft uh, out of anyone this year. They got Kenneth Walker, Charles Cross. They got my boy Abe Lucas. Tariq Woolen is playing what, like a freaking Pro Bowler this year. They got Kobe Bryant out of Cincinnati. Their draft class was legit. Um, but but is that enough to overtake the 49ers? I don't think so. Because my boy Abe Lucas and Charles Cross, they got to deal with Nick Bosa. They got to deal with Charles Omenihu. They got to deal with Samson Ebukam, Eric Armstead. Uh, no Kevin Givens. Kevin Givens has been ruled out. Hassan Ridgeway has been ruled out. I felt like there was another defensive line move that they made. I know they signed the guy to the practice squad, but don't forget Drake Jackson. So, and we saw what happened week 2. Add Jimmy Ward back into the mix. Dre Greenlaw playing lights out. Fred Warner playing lights out. Aziz Al-Shaair playing lights out. Deommodore Lenoir is just quietly having a phenomenal season. Just quiet. He's had, what, 2 interceptions? Right? 2 interceptions? I don't know. I'm just going off memory. But Deommodore Lenoir has been playing really well. Kerry Hyder is questionable. Yeah, Kerry Hyder. That's the other one. Kerry Hyder is questionable. But yes, you're right. Revenge game for Kerry Hyder Jr. Call up Alex Barrett. So underrated. Alex Barrett is so underrated. I guarantee you, if they call up Alex Barrett, he will make a play. If they put him into the game, he will make a play. He's so fast. His first step quickness, his ability to play on the interior defensive line, matched with his first step. He's not the biggest guy. He's not going to overpower you, but he's got moves, he's got speed, he's got first step quickness, and he can time the snap count. You get him in there, he's going to make a play. I bet he will. Jordan Willis, yes. Jordan Willis as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. How many rush yards for CMC? Ooh. I feel like I definitely feel like Christian can go over the century mark. For sure. Especially in this game. Charles Omenihu has had the most, probably one of the, he's had one of the best seasons that doesn't get enough credit because it doesn't come with the sack totals, but the pressures, what he does for that defensive line, he's been fantastic. I think this is a contract year for him too. I think he's 24, 25. Charles Omenihu made a lot of money this year. I hope it's with the San Francisco 49ers. If they can figure out a way to bring Charles Omenihu back, that would be fantastic. Uh, but we are going to find out because he really has just been phenomenal. Hey, what's good, Emma? Hey, I saw you guys are in Seattle too. Let's go. The red wave takes over the Northwest. We move. So I'm excited, man. The game's gonna be lit. 49er fans are gonna be freaking everywhere. Uh, detail detail needs zero sleep. You know you're gonna be up for days. So just stay up, vibe out. It's late night gang. SDS, we move. I came across a restaurant today. It was what was it called? It was called the Sourdough, and it was a miner who looked like me, and I was like, "This is my home." I was like, "This is the home of the Sourdough Squad." It was phenomenal. I took a bunch of pictures of it. I was too hyped about it. I was insanely too hyped about coming across a sourdough freaking restaurant. It was crazy. Later, Emma. What happened to Donovan West? He didn't make it through. Uh, so that was one that was Donovan West was someone that I loved on tape, but when I went to the combine in Indianapolis, I got my eyes on him. He was a lot smaller than I thought he was. Uh, I think he's just you're looking at all the top offensive linemen in the class, and like they're all right there in front of you, and then you saw Donovan and he's just like a size smaller. I don't know if that ultimately was it for him. I don't know. But yeah, unfortunately didn't pan out. I really liked his tape at ASU, but it didn't pan out, unfortunately. My sourdough is huge in Japan. Well, I love to hear that because I'm Japanese. You guys probably don't even know that. Probably don't even know I'm Japanese. You're just like, look at this big ginger white boy. I got some Japanese in me. Ohio gozaimasu. I'm not going to try to speak Japanese. I took it for like 3 years. And I don't remember any of it, unfortunately. Oh, I'm not capping. I'm not capping at all. The red beard gave it away. It's in there somewhere. Oh, I love late night. I love late night gang streams because anything goes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My guy says I'm white Filipino. No one ever says, "Hey, are you Japanese?" They're just like, you're straight from Scotland." I'm like, we got some Japan in there. All 1%. No. We're rocking 25%. So my grandma is 100% Japanese. My mom's half, I'm a quarter. I've got family in Japan. I've been to Japan. I've kicked it with the fam in Japan. Yeah. Who would have thought that this big ginger was Asian? Some of you guys are like minds blown. You talking this chord is not that chord, and when you put them together, this is Japanese. What we're talking about here? Sorry, late night gang streams, anything goes. Absolutely off the rails. So it's gonna happen. Do I have a Japanese name or is Brad a disguise? No, I wish I had a Japanese name. That would be dope. I wish I had a Japanese name. I don't have it. Bradson. Bradson. No, I don't have a Japanese name. I wish I did. But that would be fire. That would be lit. Let's see. What other questions we got? Um do you plan on going to Seattle or did you make the trip? I'm in Seattle, my boy. I'm in a hotel right now. I'm in Seattle. Literally sleepless in Seattle right now. We vibing. Can you smell the sweep of all three of the division rivals? 100%. If I think the 49ers are going to sweep the Cardinals, I really don't think, that's going to be much of an issue. Uh, this game's huge. And I agree. No injuries. No injuries. Get the dub. Get out healthy. And we roll into Washington with an extra couple days. They would get Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 extra days off. And then I like this. Burrado. I like that for my Japanese name. Burrado. Google Translate said that. Okay. It works though. Burrado. That's how it sounds like sometimes when they call me that. So that's hilarious. Let's see. Thoughts on Danny Gray? I think Danny Gray is going to be a little bit more involved. I think, well, which is wow, how profound of you. I had to remind myself that Deebo Samuel's out for this game. So yes, I do think Danny Gray will be more involved. And I do think that Brock Purdy is going to be able to hopefully get him more involved as well. Because if you think about it, all year, I guarantee you it was Brock Purdy and Danny Gray working scout team together. So I'm sure they built a bit of a rapport throughout the, practicing and all that stuff. So yeah, I hope. I think Danny Gray is going to have some opportunities. Um, I think he's unproven. I don't like when people call unproven players busts just because they haven't played. That's a completely different story. It's different when they've played and they're not performing, and then I think that conversation changes. With Danny Gray, he just hasn't gotten a lot of opportunities, and the only opportunities he's gotten are on like deep shots that aren't the best thrown balls, and he just hasn't had a ton of ops. So I think with Brock Purdy getting more involved, and of course, more receivers are going to have to step up with uh, Debo going down. I do think Danny Gray could be a guy that steps in and fills that role and has a kind of familiarity with Brock Purdy and like what they want to do. And yeah, and one of the biggest things for me about Danny Gray is I think he's more than a deep threat. I know the 49ers have used him primarily as a deep threat, but I do believe he can be an all-around type wide receiver. I think he can win on short routes. I think he can win over the middle. I think he can run digs. I think he can run outs. I think he can do all those different types of things. We just haven't seen it yet. So uh, we're gonna see how that's gonna work out. Um, when is Mitchell coming back? He's probably not coming back to the playoffs. I want to see Ayuk eat. Ayuk's been eating all year. I think even with Debo Samuel in the lineup, Brandon Ayuk is wide receiver one. Debo is such a dynamic weapon. You can use him in so many different ways. Behind the line of scrimmage, at the line of scrimmage, um, on route concepts. But Brandon, man, is he's got the routes. He has the ability to run, I feel like, the entire route tree. Um, his route manipulation, I think, is one of his best attributes, but unfortunately, we just haven't seen it been taking advantage of. I love Jimmy. I love what Jimmy's been able to do this year, but I don't think Jimmy challenges or gives enough opportunities to Brandon deep, and we're already seeing Brock Purdy give him those opportunities. Um, so I think it's only going to continue to bring out what Brandon Ayuk can bring to the table. He's a phenomenal route runner. And if you can start to utilize him and start to get defenses biting on the short to intermediates, they start biting on the short to intermediates. Then you get one of those stutter and goes like you got against the Bucks, and you can start taking advantage of his ability to be able to manipulate defenders because he is so fast. He can break down and speed up in a heartbeat. Um, he can beat you on a whip route. He can beat you on a slant. Like he can make all these things work together, and I think Brock Purdy has an opportunity to kind of help unlock that a little further than what we've seen. So yeah, I think he's wide receiver one. Debo's offensive weapon one. Uh, well, dude, we got so many weapons. It's a phenomenal. It's not a problem. It's fantastic. CMC, I don't even know if you can call CMC a running back. I think he's more of a weapon. Um, Mason over under 65 and a half yards. See, this stat is solely predicated on Kyle Shanahan. if if you're telling me 12 carries, does he get 12 carries? Does he go over under? He's going over. You give him 12 carries, he's running at like 5.5 a clip. He's running at like 5, 6 a clip. And so if you're telling me if you're telling me Jordan Mason's getting 12 guaranteed carries, he's going over 65.5 yards, but it's up to Kyle Shanahan to determine when he's going to use Jordan Mason, because we still, even in this game against the Bucks, even in short yardage situations where you could envision like this would be a good spot to give the ball to Jordan Mason, because he's one, slippery in a very tight windows, but he's physical and he can churn out yards after contact. So they're still easing him in. If they were to give Jordan Mason 25 carries, I don't think that he would go under 100 yards on the day. Like, that's just the kind of back he is. He creates. He has an ability to turn 5-yard runs into 20-yard runs. We've seen it multiple weeks on a row or in a row on tape. Um, so yeah, I think it's all up to the usage and what Kyle's looking to do in that regard. So we'll see. Do I think Coleman gets touches? No, I don't. It feels like it's CMC for the most part and sprinkled in Jordan Mason. I would imagine that TDP is inactive again, and we're going to see a lot of Christian McCaffrey and some Jordan Mason sprinkled in. Um, but that's fine as long as you give Jordan Mason the rock. That's all we care about. Just give Jordan Mason the rock. Um, when is Cal going to throw to Trent Williams? Did you guys see the Penei Sewell the catch he had? I want to see that play with Trent, where you pull Trent in motion, kind of like that one play against the Green Bay Packers. You pull Trent in motion, but then you have him run into the flat and you hit him in the flat opposed to pulling him as a blocker. Um, Give Trent the rock, man. I need to see it before it's too late. I absolutely want to see Trent Williams run or catch. 100%. I want to see it. Calling 41-10, calling the blowout. How would you feel if Josh Johnson started this game? I wouldn't love it, but I don't think it would be the worst thing. I think Josh Johnson is, again, the fact that you're able to get this guy off the Denver practice squad and you can plug him in. He's a gamer, man. Anytime he's ever entered a game in his career, he's performed. Doesn't matter if it's in the NFL, the AAF. It doesn't matter. Like, Josh Johnson is always prepared. He's always ready to go. He's a student of the game and he understands what it takes. So if Josh Johnson had to play, honestly, the 49ers came away with one of the better backup situations they could have had considering the circumstances. I wouldn't love it. It wouldn't be ideal to have Josh Johnson in there right now. Whoa. Um, but if that were the case, I'd feel much better about Josh Johnson than Jacob Eason or Kurt Benkert or like these other guys that they've had in. I would feel much better about Josh Johnson opposed to those other guys. But I hope Trey goes, or not Trey, Brock. Detail, go to bed. Detail. What are you doing? What time is it for you? Is it like a 1:00? Luckily for Detail, it's a prime time game. Oh, but you got like schooling crap, bruh. Man, you youngins. Late night SDS gang. You know the vibes. How can you get on to work with me? That's a great question. That's a great question. I would love some help. I am a one-man machine when it comes to content. We're cooking though. We are cooking. Facebook is cooking. IG is IG. TikTok is starting to blow. Our TikTok's starting to turn up, baby. So TikTok is starting to blow, and of course YouTube. YouTube is gangbusters right now. Detail, you want a job, you got the job. You don't even no interview, no resume, nothing. You want the job, you got it. It's yours. Hey, keep grinding, man. I'm telling you, someone's got to. I'm not going to take over that lane. So I want my boy to take over that lane before anyone else does. And no one better suited than Le Detail. TikTok about to get banned. Probably. And then guess what? Everyone on TikTok is going to go to YouTube and we can all vibe on YouTube. So come on through. If you're not vibing, if TikTok gets shut down, just come on over to YouTube. We'll vibe over there. Cuz everyone's going to move to shorts. Oh, you feel the vibes. We had to let it go today. We had to let it go. For show. For show. It's 10 and you're in your hotel room. Yes. That's facts. I've been up since 5:30 this morning. So it's been a long day. I'm very tired. I passed out for a little bit earlier. There's an app called Triller, which is like TikTok. I haven't seen that. Haven't seen that. He said adults get up early. How does the boy like Seattle? Oh, he's loving it. He's over here. He's over here gaming, while Papa does late night gang streams. But oh, you loving it?
Yeah.
What are the vibes?
YouTube.
What?
YouTube.
No, you like Seattle?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. What?
You're funny. Nothing.
I just said yeah.
I know. How many snaps is Purdy gonna get? He's gonna get all the snaps. He's gonna get them all. Oh, I didn't do my score prediction. Ooh. This feels like it's gonna be like 2019 again. Feels like it's going to be just one of those games that come down to the end. Lots of back and forth. Lots of it's going to be one of those games is who does the football gods favor the most? It's kind of what this game feels like. The football gods have been I want to say they've been favoring us. We've had a lot of injuries, but it feels like there's been some divine intervention with this season. So we are going to continue to uphold our utmost respect for the football gods. We will not slander the football gods. The football gods are still smiling favorably upon us, even though we've lost two quarterbacks, which again is kind of where I'm getting at. But they're still smiling upon us and blessing us. So I will not speak poorly of the football gods because we still would like to be in their favor. Score prediction. Oh, it it feels like it could be like a 1 point game. It feels like it could be like a 27-28. It feels like just just one of those nail biters. Like, I don't know, does it come down to a field goal at the end? Like, I don't know. Uh I feel like it's going to be a close game. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's a blowout. Um and the 49ers demolish these birds, but you know how it goes with Seattle. Oh, you're going to be at the game? Oh, me too. I'm in Seattle right now, my boy. Dude, we got the whole squad assembling. We got fans out here, I'm telling you. 49er fans are going to be deep for this one. Why- We got a lot of people out here. So, I'm looking forward to that. Uh how much was my ticket? Not cheap. Seattle was expensive, more expensive than I was anticipating. Um oh, you stay out here. I love it. Let's go. Bang bang Niner gang. Uh we love noties. Hey, I'm gonna be at the game early. I'm gonna be getting in when the gates are open. I'm gonna be doing my content thing as always. You want to come say what's good to the ginger beard? I would love to see you guys. So if you're at the game, you see me, I'll be in the zone. I'll be like I get real focused when it comes to getting content and getting content out. But please, if you do see me, say what's up. I would love to say what's up to the sourdough squad. Oh, I know John Chapman's out here. He hit me up to come through. We didn't make it tonight, just because I'm exhausted. But I might go. I think he's doing something tomorrow. I think he's doing like an after party or something. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. But I'm assuming there's gonna be stuff going down after the game. So yeah, I'll probably link and all that good stuff. Hotel party. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Will Ray Ray get Samuel's reps at wide back? I don't think so. Like, I think Ray Ray McLeod can absolutely play wide back. That doesn't mean they're gonna make him play wide back though, because in all honesty, that's Christian McCaffrey's that guy. So Debo can do it because he's good at it. Do I think Ray Ray can do it? Yeah, I can, but I don't think it's a necessity. And two, yeah, I don't think they would. We'll see. I think he can do it though. I don't think they're like pressing to have their wide receivers play like a hybrid role unless it's Debo, if that makes sense. And all that good stuff. But what time is it, man? It's 10:30 for me. I know it's really late for some of you guys. I know some of you guys are on the East Coast. You got, I don't know if details still lurking. East Coaster. It's late, but I know we're going to all have a hard time sleeping tonight. Yes, I do think Jennings is going to ball. I agree with that. Jennings has an opportunity. Jennings, Kittle, Ayuk. Of course, CMC. And all that good stuff. So I would imagine that, let's see, it's 10:30. I wouldn't be surprised if we get like one of those 11. I'd say like 11. We could get it like a Schefter tweet about Brock, like one of those. Throughout the week, Brock Purdy was a limited participant in practice and was officially listed as questionable, but he is expected to play against the Seattle Seahawks. I could imagine we get one of those tweets here in about 45 minutes. I think. I don't know. It's not Sundays. He does those tweets on Saturday nights late. I don't know if he does it for Thursday night football games, but I would imagine if he finds out, he's going to put it out. So we'll see. I think he's going to play. I think Brock plays. We'll find out. But he practiced this week. He got hurt in the second quarter, played the rest of the game. I think he will play. Of course, nothing official. We'll wait and see, but I do believe he'll play. And if he plays, obviously the opportunities that the 49ers have to win go up exponentially, and that's a good thing for this team moving forward. So that's the hope. But we're going to find out. But if it does come out, you already know I'm going to post about it. So we'll let you know. But I appreciate all you guys tapping in for the late night gang stream. We went on for almost an hour and 15 minutes. You love to see it. Shout out to everyone who tapped in on Instagram. And of course, shout out to family on YouTube and Facebook. Appreciate you guys always. Smash that like button on your way out. All my lurkers too, lurking in the background. Hit that like button on your way out. Smash those noties. You already know the vibes. And if you haven't subbed, what in the hell are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So appreciate you guys. I'm out of here for now. We got a big game tomorrow. Get your rest. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. We're out of here. Peace. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to